Hey everybody. I wasn't going to come on, but hold on. Got a new light after my light kind of... Hold on. Let's do this. Do the backlight. So I got a new light after my other one shorted out. Not sure why it shorted out. Anyway, let's talk about this guilty verdict. I was extremely excited, happy. So what does everybody else think about it? Like, I want your opinions, how you feel. Do you think we'll get the same for I'm hoping we get the same sort of verdict for, or justice for Daunte Wright. That's what I'm hoping. It was good to see that George Floyd's family was there and present and speaking on behalf of him and his, family. I have to put my cotton candy away. This stuff is addicting. Beautiful geography and spectacular wildlife. Let's go and have a look at it. Africa is somewhere that Steve wanted to feature at Australian Zoo. So I was so excited when we were able to finally get it open and have it with multiple species. Dad was the one who said, I was going to. One of my things is I was watching on TV when the judge was reading the verdict, and the look on Derek Chauvin's face, like he couldn't believe that they came to that conclusion, and it was a good conclusion. It was a good verdict. Hey, how are you? We have officially had a beautiful baby girl born here at Australia Zoo. It's actually progressing quite quickly. Yep, the look. Going really well. We've got the head and the look was like he was in shock. Like he didn't believe that they came up with that verdict. I mean, in all honesty, there was no other way to go with the verdict. I've actually been texting with another one of my friends that lives up in Minneapolis. The protests have been very peaceful. There's not been much like excitement wise. It's been real chill. And I know, that's what we were hoping for on either outcome, but it was a great outcome today. Nobody deserves to die, period, at anybody else's hands. Yeah, I was just the look on Chauvin's face, like, and he had his mask on, so you couldn't see his mouth, but you could just see his eyes, and like, they got really big. Giraffes in the wild are threatened, so we're really thrilled to have a new baby. But I was going to, and I know she is going to be. Yes, everybody is happy in Minneapolis. We just ran to Rochester. I went to Menards to get paint for the door for the bathroom because apparently I can't stain that type of door. So like there was people standing around talking about it and excited that, that they found him guilty. I was going to ask my friend who has criminal science background. And my other friend is a paralegal. We were talking about it earlier today in a group chat. He does have the right to appeal. There's no guarantee that he will be allowed to or be granted the appeal, but he does have a right to appeal. And I believe if he appeals it, if I'm not mistaken, what she said is something about the Supreme Court. So, that could take years. But he did get handcuffed. He did get walked back in the jail. They revoked the bail. So he is back in custody. Back in custody. Like, there's happy celebrations going on right now in Minneapolis. But it's very peaceful. And everybody's hoping for the same outcome for Daunte Wright, too. But we also have to get those reform bills made. We have to go to our state legislator, any level. We have to go and we have to get more training for police. We have to get more training in every field possible. The man that got shot on Sunday in Burnsville, there should have been a different situation handled. There's no reason that any kind of suspect in any kind of situation ends up murdered. So we really, really, really need, hold on, let me adjust my chair. We really need to get reforms into our state legislature. And the only way to do that is be that voice. Everybody's wanting gun control and the police to be trained and retrained. In Burnsville, I believe it was a carjacking and a high-speed chase and just a whole bunch of stuff, but the man was shot and killed. And that happened Sunday. It's just a sad situation. We have George Floyd's trial going on. We had Daunte Wright killed 10 miles away from George Floyd was murdered. And then in Burnsville on Sunday, we had a man shot by the police. There's no reason that any of these, I don't care if you're a criminal, okay? I have a son that's a felon. As a mom, as a parent, as somebody that has friends that doesn't have the greatest background, there's other situations that they can do to avoid shooting and killing somebody. Police should only have tasers. I agree. 100% agree. 100% agree. 100% agree. Tasers, and they need to be trained in different areas, like psychologically. You're going to go to a suicidal situation and the young man's going to end up dead because the cop thought it was a knife, not a gun. Cops they're not trained for that type of situation. A psychiatrist should have been called. There should have been other things in place for that young man. These situations that the cops are called to, a lot of the situations they are not trained for. There's people that lose their life over stupid stuff every day. George Floyd is right here in front of us. And the reason he lost his life is because that police officer wasn't trained correctly. Daunte Wright lost his life because she thought she pulled her taser. 26-year veteran. If you can't tell the difference between a Glock and a taser, you shouldn't have a job working as a police officer. Sorry. That's just my opinion and how I feel. Then you have, the man in Burnsville that lost his life because he made the bad decision of getting high on something and stealing a car. Hello. They need to be trained on how to de-escalate the situation instead of escalating the situation. And I find that a lot of the situations are escalated by the police. for a reaction. You know, Dante Wright could still be alive had the officer just backed off, looked down, number one, and realized it was a gun. Number two, just let him go. You knew where he lived. You knew he had a criminal record. It wasn't that hard to write a citation and send it in the mail. So that's my aspect of it. Yep. You're right, Red. You are absolutely right. It's sad though, because a lot of our young youth, a lot of our young people, and it's not just in Minnesota either. That's what I wanted everybody understand. It goes on every day all around the world. But for some reason, there has been. I did a count. We did a graph in the group chat that we did the other day. In the graph, there's been 569 people that have lost their lives in Minnesota to police incidences. That's a lot. It never ends, but we need to make change. And, everybody was saying, oh, they're looking at you, Minnesota. They're looking at you guys. You're blah, blah, blah. Yes, I hope they are. I hope everybody's watching. Because if anything, I want Minnesota to be the first on the board to mandate changes, to de-escalate our police force instead of escalating it. It's a huge number. Just imagine what it is in other states. That's just in Minnesota. But the police need to reform. They need a change. They need to be changed. I remember my son died, and the deputy that showed up was doing CPR, and the ambulance crew had arrived, and it was a different ambulance crew than my county. And I was already in tears and out of just a mess. Okay, a hot freaking mess. And the only thing I heard the ambulance crew say is, we don't have infant CPR equipment on board. I freaking lost it. I completely lost it. We actually donated the money for them to be able to get the infant CPR equipment on board. Just because I never wanted another parent to lose a child like I did. I mean, I buried 3 babies in 3.5 years. So, when you lose a child to SIDS, it's a huge thing. When you have, you're doing everything to try and save that child's life, and you hear we don't have infant CPR equipment on board, that's a parent's worst nightmare. So it just shows me that was in 94. And there's been a lot of changes for defibrillators, infant CPR equipment. And being in groups, being that support system for other parents that have lost children to, infancy and stillbirth and SIDS. I did have the resources to be able to, go to the legislature and say, hey, all of these ambulance companies need this infant CPR equipment on board. It's vital. We need heart defibrillators on board because it's vital. Not only to our older community, young people can have heart attacks too. So that was one step in the legislation that I had helped in. Another one is I have kids with special needs. So I was one of those parents back in the early 90s that was at the state capitol saying, hey, we need more special needs things going on. We need paras, we need stuff like this. I worked for SomCAC Head Start for 9 years. So being able to have that program for our local low income was important to me. It was important for all of our community, just like it is for every state. School, especially if you have children that have special needs, that education and that learning the sooner you can get that child into there is better. So, I'm not afraid to go up to the state capitol. I'm not afraid to stand in front of the state legislator and say, hey, we need this. My hometown, and people are like, oh, well, that's ignorant because you say you don't. No. When I went to school, you didn't hear the N-word. You didn't hear people being derogatory. You didn't have in my small hometown, you didn't have the race thing. And if somebody was like that, you didn't associate with them, plain and simple. But like everybody was everybody's friend. So it wasn't, hey, you're a different color. Oh, wow. It wasn't like that for me at all. So that's not what I experienced growing up. So I don't see the race. I don't see a color. I see a friend. I see a neighbor. I see a cousin. I see a half sister. I see brothers. I don't see that they are a different color. They are my family. They are my friends. So that's where I stand on that. And I definitely do not believe in this police brutality, the excessive force at all, period. There's no reason for it. So many lives could have been saved already. There's things that need to be put in place. And we can only start with us. So yes, please look at Minnesota. Because keep looking. Because big changes. And if it starts with our state, I'd be even prouder. But we are the voices. We are the ones that need to get out there. We are the ones that need to open our mouth and tell them what we want. And I'll tell you what I want. I want police to be retrained. I don't want them having guns because those are a murder weapon. We need more They need more training in language barriers, ethnicity. They need more group support. I don't want to see police out of our areas because I don't think that would help matters. Because who are you going to call when your house is robbed? Who are you going to call when somebody steals your car and your child's in it? Who are you going to call when they steal your car? Who are you going to call when they're robbing the gas station? That kind of situation, I think that's where, and you watch it every day. You see it on TV. They call in somebody to de-escalate the situation, not escalate the situation. And I just think that these police are escalating situations and causing more chaos than is needed. So that's what we need to get to the state legislator on how, they have no problem shooting these rubber bullets during the peaceful protest, right? So let's give them rubber bullets to carry along every day instead of having real bullets. Take the real bullets away. Give them rubber bullets. Give them tasers. And that's it. That way they can't kill anybody anymore. And I'm hoping, I would really like to see police officers stand up and take accountability. Hand in your real bullets and say, I don't want these. Stand up and say, we need new training. We need to learn how to de-escalate. We need to learn how to better handle the community and the things that come up. There should be a list on their computers in their car. All right, we got a suicidal situation, somebody jumping off the bridge. I'm a police officer. I'm not trained in that situation. Let's get that team of people that are out there. All right, we got a situation where this guy can't breathe. We're not going to sit on his neck. He can't breathe. Let's give him some air. The ambulance should have been called right away the first time he said, I can't breathe. Clearly, if somebody can't breathe, that's a medical situation. Medical needs to be called. I think that should be a requirement in certain situations, period. High-speed chases, police are tax funded. We're paying for these services, right? I know that we've donated for those tire strips where they put the strips down and it pokes holes in their tires. Eventually their car will stop. Okay. Eventually they'll run out of gas. Eventually they'll go home. There's a lot of money paid out for training. There's a lot of money paid out for things that these cops ask for. They ask for body cams, bulletproof vests. So we wouldn't need bulletproof vests necessarily. I thank God for the body cams and the dash cams because it's, shedding light on certain things. So I think we need, and maybe that's another thing. Maybe those body cams need to be on for their whole shift. And then their superior looks at those body cams every day. Or a couple superiors look at those. Because there's things that have been said, like I personally have heard things on a scanner. I worked at a nursing home and there was a little child missing in where I lived, and it's in a rural country. And they thought it was my child because this child was deaf and couldn't speak. And there was some harsh things said over that scanner. And the reason I was standing by that scanner is I was at the nurse's station and I heard it. And I heard my last name being said, and I'll get a hold of them. It's probably one of their kids. I was so embarrassed. Number one, because of the way the deputy talked. Number two, because it wasn't my child, but my superior was standing right next to me. And I had tears literally rolling down my face. She's like, go ahead and make that phone call. And while I was making my phone call to let the county jail know that it was not my child, my supervisor was on the phone with the sheriff, because the guy that was in charge of him, because she also heard that and she thought it was ignorant, number one, and disgusting and vile.
Laura is going to be working really hard and act as his parent now.
So, I don't care at all, period, what people think. But what I do think and what I care about is my community being safe, people's kids being safe. And at this point, there are certain cops we don't trust and we can't. And that's just me, personally, in my county. Where I live in my small town, I trust my chief of police. I trust the cops that work under him. The county where I grew up in, I don't trust some of the deputies that the sheriff and the chief of police have working under them. Because I know some of them have used excessive force. I know one of the deputies has shot and killed somebody because they were suicidal and got away with it. So there has to be trust in the community. And I haven't had trust since 2012 and even prior to that. So that says a lot. I refuse to go to that town. I drive the other direction because I know the police in the other direction, and there's more of a vast mix of ethnic people and African Americans and other cultures on the police forces up there, up the other way. So, and it's not always a race thing, because there is, like I said, in 2012 there was a young man, 25 years old. His name was Chase Colstead. He was murdered in my county. The same deputy that murdered him has arrested my son, was swearing at him in my backyard. I was scared to death. Like, my son was in his boxer shorts out back at 9 o'clock in the morning, and this man screaming and holler at him. So I've dealt with this deputy. This deputy makes me on edge. I've gone and talked to my local sheriff and said, look, I don't like your deputy. I don't trust him. I don't want him coming to my house ever again. Send somebody else.
Although he looks like a plush toy, he's a plush toy with teeth. So he's still really good at defending himself, and he can bite, scratch.
Yes, Fred, I know you're originally from Winona County. We went to school together. So, you know, if you don't trust somebody, and especially if you don't trust police, you don't. You fear them. You fear them. So I just wanted to get on here and find out how everybody was doing. I haven't been on in a while. I have uploaded a couple videos. I'm sorry guys, busy with this bathroom. I'm hoping to have it done. I was kind of disappointed to find out I couldn't use the same stain for the door as I used on the trim. A little disappointing, but I've decided to use the same paint because I've got to get 5 more doors for up here. Everybody's bedroom door is getting replaced, so I'm going to paint them all the same color. Going to paint them all the same color. I was going to say, I hope she would, yeah.
Good boy.
It was funny because I came across one of your videos and I'm like, OMG, that's red. I was going to say your real name, but I won't. I was like, oh, wow, that's cool. So, yeah. So, that's where I've been stumbling, is the bathroom stuff getting done. I've got a couple craft projects going on. I still got to finish the painting that I did the other day. I did get my towels. I will show you guys. I went to TJ Maxx, and this is the color towels. Well, not just this color, but this is, hold on. I don't know if you guys can see the color. Hold on.
We don't want to stress him out too much, so we're going to have a look and see how we're going to do this.
Let me turn on I don't like this light either. You guys, I'm just going to have to figure something out because I do not like these lights.
When you have diabetes, managing your blood sugar is crucial. Try Boost Glucose Control. The patented blend is clinically shown to help manage blood sugar.
Hold on one second, guys.
Products contain high-quality protein and key nutrients to support immune health. Try Boost.
All right. Hopefully this is a little better. Let me see if I can fix this. Gosh. All right, well, we'll just leave that light alone because I don't know. I bought a new light because the other one, I keep forgetting that the camera, hold on. Let me go this way a little bit. Maybe the lighting will be a little bit better. All right, so here's the bathroom towels. This is what I based the colors off of. It's got the light gray, the dark gray, white, and then it's got like a light teal and a darker teal. So I bought 12 towels, and then I bought the hand towels. And I kind of wanted the pattern to give it some. I bought those, and then these are the hand towels. And then my husband's request was the dark gray. So everything matches nicely. So I spent a little under $200 on the towels. I believe it was $178, and I got 12 towels, 2 packages of washcloths, and 2 hand towels. So 12 towels, 2 packages of washcloths, and then the 2 hand towels. So that's actually a pretty good deal, because I looked at the prices at Walmart when I was looking for towels, and you know, the cheap ones were like $3.47, $4 something. And I was like, you know, I really wanted some nice thicker towels, something that was going to look nice. And I roll my towels. I rolled them. So I got 4 of those, 4 of the gray, and then I got 4 towels that match this. And I like these because these are super long hand towels. So the hand towels were $5.99 a piece. I'm trying to think how much I think the other ones were $7.99. So that's what I got over the weekend was the towels. I just threw that on the floor. I'm used to being downstairs and the garbage cans right next to me on the side, so I'll have to pick that up. But yeah, here's look at how long these are. These are like, I don't know if you can see it. Look at, like you literally could dry off with this. That's how long it is. Like, those are hand towels.
Once a year, every animal at Australia.
Well, how many tags do they have on here?
And when Robbie received the first injection, he didn't get as sleepy as he should.
Thank you. I really like this color. I like this and this is the color that I decided to keep my baskets. Once everything's done, I'll show you guys again. I decided to keep the brown baskets that I had in there. I just vamped them up a little bit. You'll see. And then I got these for my kitchen because I needed new kitchen towels. Because I don't know what it is with teenage kids and older kids. They decide to use your hand towels. And then I find them outside that they used them when, you know, they check the oil in the car. What? Yeah. So these are kind of the same color. I could have actually used these in the bathroom too. They're pretty thick. So those are the hand towels for downstairs, or the drying towels for the dishes. And then these are the hand towels and the regular towels. I really like, I don't know if you guys can see the pattern. Can you guys see the pattern? It's like they're so soft. So soft. So those are the hand towels that'll go on that rack. Oh, you're never going to believe what I found online. I like to shop on this company. It's called LTD Commodities. And I actually found a toilet paper holder that matches my baskets and my shelving. So I don't need to go back to Hobby Lobby and spend $15 on another shelf And then I was trying to explain to my husband I need a tool to cut this metal bar. And my husband's looking at me going, no, you don't. Yes, honey, yes, I do. I'm going to make a toilet paper roll out of it. No, you're not. Find something else. He doesn't trust me with tools. Sometimes I get a little carried away. I like playing with tools.
Accumulates in his ears because they're so fluffy, you just can't get rid of that. So we'll just give you those. These are good clean. Make sure that
I like to cook. I like to decorate.
It's quite a bit of flex.
And I like to build things. Speaking of building, I have another cabinet I got to put together. I completely forgot about that. Oh, shoot. And then hopefully it starts warming up because I have tomato plants. I got to get planted. Like, I'm not kidding. I should show you guys my tomato plants tomorrow. My tomato plants are probably about this tall already. So they need to get in the ground. I just didn't want to do it. I actually covered up my strawberries again tonight. I noticed that I lost probably we had 32 strawberry plants, and I probably have half of those left. So,
and that really goes to show the importance of regular health checks because we'll need to monitor that quite closely.
So I'm gonna have to replant some of those.
Ravi is in the time of his life, so hopefully they won't develop into anything concerning for many years.
So I gotta get my garden started. I bought corn, cucumbers. Oh shoot, I gotta find out how much it's gonna cost. I'm having the Amish make me some raised garden beds for potatoes and onions this year. There's the towels. So they match the hand towels. I'll just use this as my little garbage bag. That works perfect. So what I want to do is I want to take, it's like a thicker fencing and they use it for like cattle. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use that thicker cattle fencing and make like an archway with it so that the cucumbers go up there this year and green beans on the other side. I got to get my fence up too because last year the deer decided that my garden tasted pretty good. I'd sit and look at the neighbors with the tall fence and like, no, can't get in there. Where are we going to get a snack from today? Let's go over to Dee's garden. She's got some nice juicy green beans and some beautiful corn. And that's exactly what they did. I think I got I had 12 rolls of corn last year. And I think I got 6 years of corn because mine was the snack squad. The deer decided that my corn was delicious because they could get in there, which I have no problem feeding the wildlife. I've actually had people say, oh, I know where I'm coming deer hunting. I'm like, no, you're not. Not in my yard. Those are my Bambis. So there's all three of the colors together. All three of them. I even thought about getting the light gray, but my husband requested the darker gray ones. I remember we got our first place. It was a trailer that we bought. And he told me I couldn't paint our bedroom pink. Pink is my favorite color. Pink and purple, actually. He said, no, you're not painting the bathroom. Or you're not painting the bedroom pink. I said, all right. So I painted our bathroom pink and black. Got pink and black towels. And I did it while he was at work one night. I hid the towels in the closet in my daughter's room because she was just a baby at the time. Hid those in there and the girl that I used to have babysit came over while I was painting. And if the kids woke up, she'd, grab them for me. Obviously, she couldn't watch Anna if Anna woke up because I breastfed. But she watched the older two boys, and I painted it pink and black. And it looked really cool. He was actually surprised. He's like, well, if I would have known you were going to do something like this, I maybe would have let you paint the bedroom that. I'm like, yeah, no, it wouldn't have looked good in the bedroom. So our bathroom in our trailer was pink and black. And then I did the kids in dinosaur theme. And it was kind of cute because the second bathroom was, so if you walked in one door, it was to my daughter's bedroom. And then the one door you walked into was my boys' bedroom. And they had the front bedroom. And then, of course, the bathroom was right there. So it was really cool. And then the living room was a light blue, like country blue. And the kitchen was white and hunter green. And then the dining room was like a, yeah, it was hunter green, white and hunter green.
I can finally take no one home and join the mob. Fingers crossed for the best case scenario. Hey, little dude. If Sophie walks out of those gates, it will be a huge achievement.
So I know I've showed everybody. I've been on YouTube since 2012. Some of my videos are hidden because it had to do with a case of two missing boys out of California. And then a lot of my YouTube used to be about reborn dolls. And I stopped doing it for a while. But I've been on YouTube since 2012. And how did I find your channel? I was looking up stuff about Dollar Tree one day, and the video popped up, and I'm like, oh my God, that's her? So it was, I want to say it was a Dollar Tree haul, but I was looking to find, like, it was some craft supplies. Some lady she was on Facebook, and she was on I follow the Shabby Tree lady, and she was saying that she had this other girl said she had this YouTube channel, and she said that she had the pattern, and she did a whole video on it. So I looked up YouTube something or Dollar Tree something, and your video popped up. So that's how I found you. And I was like, that's super cool. Like, I know this girl. I went to school with her. I absolutely loved her. So that's how I found you. So I thought that was pretty cool. I was like, oh wow, that's cool.
Are you suffering from bloated bulge? Probiotics from Polestat can help. Probiotics improve digestion while ECCG burns fat. Thousands of men and women trust Probioslin to help them lose weight. Trust the download for Probioslin, the #1 probiotic fat burner in America. Are you tired of underwires?
And then I decided that I'm just gonna talk about local things, or crafts. Maybe even get back into painting Reborn live again. We'll see. that just got to be too much. I've gotten scammed out of a lot of money on the reborn doll community stuff, so I try to avoid it and only do customs for people that I know.
Side effects may include drowsiness during use, temporary allergic rashes, or low-grade headache following preventative treatment. Go to Sesame.com now to try Sesame Deal free for 60 days. We can't have a party.
Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Did one of my boys grab a towel out of here already? I don't know why. They've got like a whole closet full downstairs in the other bathroom. Which, you guys, I've decided to paint the cabinet down there, and I might replace the medicine cabinet so that I can put the similar light that's in this bathroom up here down there.
Melvin's 8 months old, and I'm really hoping that when we weigh him, he'll be anything over 3.5 kilos.
We'll see though. I'm trying to do that bathroom downstairs on a budget because nothing really needs to be done except the cabinet needs maybe some paint. And then there's a DIY that I found on YouTube. The DIY on YouTube that I found is you take like the spray paint color that you want to use, or the color that you want to use. You spray paint the sink, and then you use like the I want to say it's the sprayed gravel stuff. You spray that, and then you put epoxy over it to seal it, and it actually looks like a granite sink type thing. So we'll try it. What's the worst that can happen?
Great result. He was successfully taken straight back into Mum's couch, which was absolutely the best case scenario. We're really happy with the rate that he is developing currently. So the next steps with Melvin is to continue feeding him and eventually wean him off his milk. It means that he can start to get out with the other kangaroos and graze on his own.
They took the white and green
Melvin
ones.
has done so well. We couldn't have asked for anything better. Luckily, we have all of the right food and the best.
Yes, very popular on YouTube. But I've been following the Shabby Tree for like, oh gosh, a couple years now, like a very long time. Like, and I never used to like think about like looking stuff up on YouTube, I guess. I just used, like I said, I used YouTube for my reborn dolls. I have one of them over here that is my personal doll. I made it for myself.
Feeling a little skittish as well. It was a new situation. But today, I have good feelings. So we're going to see what happens, and my fingers and toes are crossed that we see little Sophie on the savannah. Woohoo! Oh my goodness. I get this mixture between excitement and nerves because you want everything to go smoothly.
My son's home, so Dilly's upstairs with his daddy. He'll come down
This
though.
is looking good. This is looking promising.
And Sadie, where are you? Sadie's got the whole bed. What is this?
Yes.
IP support. No, I don't need IC.
Oh,
Come on.
this is the revolving door of giraffe. It's interesting that the giraffes do this every single day. Every day they come out onto the savannah.
Is
But you
my
can tell that they're always a little bit wary. And it's important. As a giraffe out in the wild, they have to be
battery dead?
That's why they're always naturally flighty. Every giraffe that makes the journey out, that's a win for us. Every giraffe that ends up going back.
I store my towels. I got this cute little shelf at TJ Maxx. It's metal. It kind of reminds me of Farm Chic.
Okay, here we go.
So,
Yes,
I
let's
can't-
close the gate.
hold on.
We're on the gate. Everyone's coming out of the gate. 4 giraffes, 5
feel like an auctioneer. Do I hear 6? Oh my goodness, is this gonna happen? If Sophie walks out of those gates, it will be a huge achievement.
Okay.
Watching that
So here's the little shelf I bought. I got this at TJ Maxx. I think this was like $49. So it's kind of country farm chic. I kind of like it. Like,
This may be it. We'll see. I don't
oh, it's not gonna. So here's the washcloths. So the washcloths all match too.
We look up to our heroes, idolizing them, mimicking their
So my plan is to put those washcloths in the shelf. Oh, look. The kids thought they'd be funny. Where did I put? No. Sadie, are you in bed? So basically, we'll do this. I don't want my pyramid to fall back here because it's probably going to do that anyway. So we'll do that.
Mr.
We'll
Vitale, it wouldn't
put
be a miracle because Geico
one
gives
of
you a
these
team of
here.
experts to help manage your claim.
It's gonna be a nail bite.
No, the Geico team is there for you 24/7.
Geico is awesome, baby.
And we'll do another pyramid.
Too much? I think we got it.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Geico. Great service without all the drama.
Make your move with the new DQ Spring Tree Collection. With new chip shakes, rich chocolate hazelnut, the creamy dreamsicle dip cone, or the bold and bright tropical lemonade twisty nutty.
Isn't that cute? Oh, goodness. So there's the shelf, and it's got 3 little cubbies in it.
And the genius ways you do things
So we'll put that in there.
simpler.
So let's start with,
We make Arm & Hammer clean and simple for you. While the leading detergent uses over 25 ingredients, Clean and Simple uses just 6 ingredients to deliver the same power
Start with
that
the
Arm
cord.
& Hammer can.
on the bottom.
Yeah, we did. Arm & Hammer, more power to you.
Cue Rachel Red.
Hey, friends, today we're whipping up some delicious recipes. So, who's hungry?
Pets love Rachel Ray Nutrition. It's kitchen-inspired recipes with real meat, poultry, or fish. Rachel Ray Nutrition. Real recipes, real ingredients, real good.
I actually have to, me and my daughter were just talking about that. I actually have to go to Dollar Tree. There's some stuff I need.
That's what makes it mine. Whatever. We could all use a fighting spirit.
Realtor.com put the best search tools in my hands, and that's how I got this now.
All you gotta do is go to Realtor.com or download the app.
They have filters for everything.
Dishwasher, fireplace, definitely are the corners that makes home buying so much easier.
Exclusively on Discovery Plus.
We can't have a party without a cocktail.
2 superstars.
How easy is that? That's my line.
There's some stuff that I need. Some craft supplies. I have some wood stuff. And I need the wreath forms for Mother's Day. Every year I usually make wreaths for my kids and my grandma.
Oh my goodness, is this gonna happen?
So I need those so that I can put those out
If Sophie walks out of
at the
those
cemetery.
gates, it will be
And Mother's Day is coming up. My birthday is Friday.
Can I explore the lower yard? And just
This actually is super cute.
great to see a teeny tiny little head poke around
Oh,
the
super
side.
cute.
All right, Sophie, you can do it, love. This may be it. We'll see. I don't want to jinx anything. Wow. Yeah. Oh my goodness. This is it. She's out.
Thank you. Yeah, I want to say this was only like $49 at TJ Maxx. I do a lot of shopping at TJ Maxx. It's kind of my favorite place to go. TJ Maxx, Marshalls, Dollar Tree. Dollar General doesn't have like the craft stuff that I like. But I mean, they've got craft stuff, but not like you would think, if that makes sense.
Possible outcome. Imagine how happy Dad would be to see all of this. To know that we have this amazing African area. That we're continuing to breed our beautiful giraffes. It's leading the zoo into the future.
So this one's gonna go here.
Perfection. Congratulations. Woohoo!
This one on the bottom. Right.
The treehouse just grew up. Now, treehouses are bigger, higher, and more out of this world than ever before. I'm Pete Nelson, the treehouse man. I travel the country with my top-notch crew.
These towels are super, super soft. So I kind of looked at it this way. I told my husband, I said, look, if I'm going to spend that kind of money on towels, I'm going to get towels at TJ Maxx because I like their design. And yeah, we always discuss everything I buy before I buy it. We've been married 32 years, so I'm not going to jinx anything now. I always kind of try to get his permission. And, you know, I'm my worst critic. I'll tell you that. So let me lift this up here.
Please, don't be afraid. It's your family. Okay, please, have a seat.
All right, so there's the towels. So they're all in there. You could still pull them out without pulling out the other ones, but it looks super cute.
We're looking for Treehouse 2.0, right? Basically, it's like Treehouse Point only.
I kind of feel like I should have switched those. Let me switch these two.
We currently run Treehouse Point, which is a 6 treehouse bed and breakfast. Oh yeah, but now we're gonna dream even bigger. We have a 23-acre property to build on. That means more tree houses, more space to have events, connecting more people with nature. Look at that. Get ready for Treehouse Point 2.0. Wow.
Look how cute that is. And then,
Where we did the workshop.
well, everybody knows that the basket that I bought for the washcloths. So my plan is just to put the washcloths in here like this. After I take them out of the thing, I'll just fold them like that. I probably will interchange them. So there's 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Unfortunately, they didn't have this color in stock. So if they get those color in stock the next time I go, and then of course, they only had 2 of the hand towels. So my plan was, and hopefully maybe next time, because I don't know what it was, but everybody was shopping for the hand towels. So maybe they'll have this or this color in the hand towels so that I can kind of color coordinate. If not, I might be able to find something with, I like sayings, something with like patterns or something on it. So this is the hand towels. This will go over by the sink. And then I'll just kind of roll this quick. So you could probably fit nicely, you could probably fit 2 more hand towels in here. So if I can get like a gray one, a white one, so that'll fit in there. So that's everything. So that's what that looks like. And then my toilet paper roll. My husband was like, oh my God. Because I was actually going to cut this metal bar, and I was like, I need your metal cutting tool thingy. And he's like, you ain't touching it. I was like, but honey, please.
With over
He said, "Not a babe. Ain't happening." So bathroom on a budget. I kind of splurged on the towels. I waited until Hobby Lobby had their 50% off for the shelves. What else? So there's that, and then shoot, where's my? Okay, I'm not obsessed, you guys. I'm not. I'm really not. So the little, and I thought these were super cute because they have like Velcro. But these are the little, and they match. They're gray and they're the bluish color. So, but those will go in the shower. So I just got to paint the door for the bathroom. And then this is going over by this potty. And it says, everybody wants to change the world, but nobody wants to change the toilet paper roll. Be the change. So this was originally $14.99. 50% off, Hobby Lobby. So that's going above the toilet paper because that is my biggest thing. That's my biggest pet peeve. When the kids ask me what I want for Christmas and I tell them help around the house cleaning. And please, can you just change the toilet paper roll? I wrote that for Christmas one year and somebody took it out of context thinking that we were out of toilet paper and out of towels. And I said, nope, that's not what it meant at all. What it meant was I wanted my kids to throw a load of towels in the wash and to put the toilet paper roll back on.
I was a little surprised. We got out here and I thought we were all on the same page. You need to live in it.
Oh no, shoot.
You're welcome. Sorry, what do you need in this house? He needs a bedroom for sure. Somewhere to cook food.
At least a stank tank. Tank. Okay, so fast. We need the necessities, you know, a music room, a full bar.
Shoot.
Well, wait a minute. We still got a shop with TV, so I can watch baseball or football. Okay, all right, okay. I can't get to all of these things, but what if we use
And
this
then
and turn it into
for 6 washcloths, it was only $6.99. And these are super soft too. And it matches. I don't know if you can see it. It matches the gray towels. And these are a lighter color. Like I said, there wasn't a lot because I think people were shopping and redoing their bathrooms. Like, there is no toilets. Menards is out of the toilet that I wanted until September. So I just went to Home Depot and got a different one. I was going to go to the Restore and get a different toilet, but that kind of stuff I'm really... Oh, good night. See you later, Red. Thank you for stopping by. So there's that. And that's what it'll look like. And then I'm probably going to get like some different towels with sayings on them. I want to try and add like a real light yellow color in there. And then, of course, Anastasia. Anastasia got a new outfit. And then I got a new tablecloth. Because my granddaughter stained my other one, so Grandma replaced it. But that's okay. I have an idea for that stained one. I'm actually going to make curtains out of the stained one for my dining or for my kitchen. Let's change her. See, I have a onesie. And she's right over here in her basket. So she just sits. Oh, there goes my pile of clothes. So she just sits in a little basket on my dresser. I know I picked her up one day and her head was flopping like this, and somebody was like, "Oh my god!" I'm like, "It's a reborn. It's okay. It's okay." She's in her muslin blanket with her cute little outfit. I like to try and dress her gender neutral. I absolutely fell in love with this outfit. But I found this outfit and I absolutely fell in love with it.
But I guess he does have a point. I mean, everybody else needs a treehouse. I promise.
Oh, she's already got a onesie on. How perfect is that?
You know what? That's fine. This just gives me time to write up a long list of demands for my own treehouse. I'm showing the plan because I love the plan. This is going to weigh a lot, so we're going to have to redo the whole platform. We're going to put steel underneath it now. One thing though, I want to make sure we remember: the stairs are staying. I'm looking at you, Chuck, because you look like a professor, and you can figure this out. Yeah, we'll make it right.
Those stairs are so beautiful. We need to save them. We need to apply some mathematical wizardry to make sure when we put the platform in, that the stairs and the platform realign.
We have a lot of work coming up very soon. There's a little window here. Since this is a personally funded project and there's a tight budget, we need help from our friends. So Bruce, our cedar guy, he's up there in Oso, and I agreed that I would go.
So I'm gonna order.
Dad's treehouse, and he'll give us some.
Oh, I gotta change her socks too. I'm gonna order more paint. I've got a lot of hair. I've got a couple of kits out there. I just gotta order some new paint and go get some Mona Lisa paint thinner. But that's Anastasia. And that's my daughter's hair in there that I rooted. So it's real hair. That's real hair.
We're going to want to reuse this material on other treehouses here. So to keep in pristine condition, we're taking our time to disassemble this good quality wood. Fantastic, guys. And Chuck is making sure our stairs stay put.
I'm hoping this fits her because it says it's her size, but she's a little bit smaller.
Hey guys, so you know the stairs are liberated from the platform. Good job, Chuck.
All right, let's take down this platform.
These shoes
This
look
is
like
a
they're
big
gonna be
exciting moment
huge.
because the existing platform is going to come down. The basic plan is we're going to lift.
Oh, look at these little buttons. They're actually little roses, you guys.
And hopefully not crush ourselves. Everybody feeling safe? Let's go on 3.
We're gonna do it this way. I'm not even gonna unbutton those little roses. I'm just gonna leave them. Hold on, I'll show you the detail. And this is why I absolutely fell in love with this dress. I wish my granddaughter was this little again. Look at those. See those? The detail in the front of it. It just reminds me of that vintage look. So
Help save lives today. Purchase a subscription to Discovery Plus and we'll donate $1 to UNICEF USA to help deliver 2 million doses of COVID-19 vaccines to global frontline workers and vulnerable populations in 2020.
and literally if I could switch my granddaughter in something like this again, I would.
Mistaken is Latin for better than a sandwich. Even has a better pickle. Papadilla for just $6. Better ingredients, better pizza, better than a sandwich. Papa John's.
If there was a world championship for this, I'd be a sports legend. I'd be a household name. But there isn't. And I wouldn't do anything different if there was.
I don't know if these might be a little too big. We can try them.
Record tomorrow and today. Get 2 extra days added to your ticket when you purchase a non-discounted 4-night, 3-day Walt Disney Travel Company room and ticket package at select Disney Resort hotels.
Oh, those are so cute.
Great about Dunkin' at home.
They are a little big, but
Enjoy the great taste
I'm gonna have
of
to.
Dunkin' at home. This
It might be a little
program
too big
brought
for
to
those
you by
little
K-Cuban,
guys.
because we believe that love
I could probably sew those. Those are super cute.
Their love keeps you and your family centered. This Mother's Day, show your love with a gift from the Center of Me collection. Exclusively at K.
Man, this is so good.
Oh my
There's
god.
Oreos inside of the cookie dough.
No, there isn't.
Yes, there is.
Oreo, Big Scoop, Cookie Dough Blast, and Sundae.
Brilliant.
Welcome. It's time to see which chew is best in show for long-lasting flea and tick protection. We may be here for weeks or even months. Holy smokes! A rejection and protection at week 5. But Perfecto just won't quit. Let's hear from our veterinarian.
That is super cute, you guys. Look at that.
12 weeks of powerful protection nearly 3
That is super, super cute. The shoes are a little bit big. But I absolutely love it. It's like a vintage style dress. It's super cute. So I'm going to have to go grab vintage pacifier for her because I have a bunch of vintage ones.
No, they didn't. It wasn't hard or stressful at all, Eyes. These are actors, hired to convince you that selling a house is easy. And this is you.
That is super cute.
A lot can go wrong.
That is super adorable. I absolutely love that.
Crunches the data from the top brokerages to identify the best agents who can sell your house faster and for more money. Or get real offers from verified buyers who will purchase your home in a matter of days. It doesn't matter how you want to sell your home. Selling starts at HomeLife.
I'm going to have to do a
Heating better is easy when everything is done for you.
photo shoot with her in that outfit. That is super cute.
Ready in minutes.
With a vintage pacifier.
Choose from a weekly menu crafted by our chefs and nutritionists, and we'll deliver fresh to your door. So skip the meal prep, cooking, and cleaning, and start eating healthy without the hassle. To order your chef-cooked meals, go to freshly.com.
Her monkey
today.
muzzle and blanket.
Are you ready for the Jimmy Potter? I can give you that $1 million deal without any major difficulty.
No demo,
Ready for this?
no demo there. All you Thursday to 8 on HTV or stream early on Discovery Plus. Go. Here we go. Stop the drop. There it is. Oh, yeah. We're in the process of deconstructing a platform so we can create an even ditchier one for my son Charlie.
Oh, that is super cute, you guys.
Nice work, boy. We're taking down
Super, super cute.
which we can recycle on future treehouses here at Treehouse Point 2.0.
Super, super cute. So we'll put her back over here for now in her little spot. I love that outfit. So Anastasia got the new dress,
So we're only able to reuse one of the original two tabs to help support.
and that was on clearance
Instead of removing the entire tab, we're cutting off the arm so the tree can grow reacting wood around the box.
for $10.
We'll install 3 additional tabs to hold up this heavy wood.
Originally a $21 dress.
First bad thing, guys. Woo! Or the first new.
Let's wash this one.
This steel yoke weighs over 500 pounds, so we're using a grip hoist to get it into place.
When you're tired, you know who to call. Muscle Man!
So I'll wash that.
Pete, you are doing a magnificent job. This is so easy.
This grip hoist can lift over 1,500 pounds, so instead of heaving and pulling by ourselves, here we go. All it takes are some hand cranks to get this monster steel support up to the tab. There we go.
All right, guys, I'm gonna get off here. Showed you all the towels. Showed you one of my reborns and her cute little dress. much of that. Bathroom scrubbies.
That's half inch of steel. Before we put the trees, we've got to prep something that's more my feet.
Let's see, I have a color that might match that. It's a white, like a pearly white, but it's the vintage style honey-bug. So, hello, what in the world? We're just gonna put that in your basket. But yeah, that dress looks super cute on her. Well, everybody, you have a good night. Red, I'm so glad that I was able to find you on YouTube, of all places, YouTube. But it's good to see you. I'm going to hop off here. Love from Minnesota, everybody, and have a good night. Why isn't my mouse working?
Alright, first beam's in. Yeah, moving on to the next. Hey, let's avoid water this time, guys. We're going right now. The old beams couldn't handle the weight of a treehouse, so we're replacing them with sleek steel. They're about the same size as the originals. Wood beams would have been bulky, but with steel, you get all the strength, plus it's a much shallower profile than if it was wood. Beautiful.
That was really weird.
Between the stringer and the tread and
Good night, everybody.